In the golden sands of Arabia, where merchants traded gold, spices, and silk, there lived a man who redefined what true wealth means. His name was Abdur Rahman ibn Awf, one of the earliest companions of the Prophet Muhammad, a man whose wealth rivaled kings, but whose heart remained as humble as the desert wind. He wasn't born rich. He didn't inherit an empire, but through honesty, skill, and faith he became one of the richest men of his time, and yet he died fearing whether his wealth had slowed his steps toward paradise. This is his story. Abdurrahman ibn Awf was born into the Banu Zuhra clan of Quraysh, the same tribe as the Prophet's mother Amina. He was intelligent, respected, and known for his business sense even before Islam. When the Prophet Muhammad began calling people to worship one God, Abdurrahman was among the first 8 people to accept the message. He embraced Islam quietly, knowing it would cost him wealth, comfort, and status. Soon, persecution followed. Like many early Muslims, he lost much of what he had built. But what he gained, faith, conviction, and eternal purpose, was worth far more. When the Muslims migrated to Medina, Abdurrahman left everything behind. No caravans, no gold, no trade goods, only faith. In Medina, he was paired in brotherhood with Sa'd ibn al-Rabi, a generous man from the Ansar. Sa'd offered to share his wealth, his home, even his business. But Abdurrahman smiled and said, "May Allah bless your wealth and family. Show me the way to the marketplace." He started with nothing, selling butter, cheese, and dates, until he made his first profit. Day after day, he reinvested, expanded, and built a reputation for honesty and fair dealing. Before long, the man who once arrived with empty hands was known across Medina as a trusted and prosperous merchant. Wealth poured in, caravans of goods, lands, and livestock. But what truly defined Abdurrahman ibn Awf was not how much he earned, but how much he gave. He financed entire military expeditions. Once he donated 700 camels, each loaded with goods, to the cause of Allah. Another time, he gave away half of his entire fortune in a single night. When he was once served food after fasting all day, he began to cry. He remembered his brothers who had died poor, men like Musab ibn Umayr, and said softly, "They have gone before us and received their reward. As for us, our good deeds are being repaid here in this world." Then he pushed the plate away and shared the food with others. Abdurrahman was known for humility. Even when his wealth grew beyond measure, he wore simple clothes, sat with the poor, and avoided luxury. When Umar ibn al-Khattab, R.A., appointed him to the council that would choose the next caliph, Abdurrahman didn't seek power. He spent nights praying, consulting others, and finally chose Uthman ibn Affan, R.A., putting unity above ambition. His business ethics became legendary. He never cheated, never hoarded, and never forgot that every coin would be weighed on the day of judgment. The Prophet once said, "Abdurrahman ibn Awf will enter paradise crawling." When asked why, scholars explain, his wealth was so vast he would be held accountable for how he earned and spent every bit of it, yet he would still enter paradise, because he spent in the way of Allah. When Abdurrahman ibn Awf passed away, the people of Medina wept. He left behind enormous wealth, gold so abundant that the blacksmith's hands blistered, cutting it into shares for inheritance. But more than his gold, he left behind a legacy of trust, generosity, and faith. He used to say, "Wealth is a test. If it's in your hand, it can bless you. If it settles in your heart, it can destroy you." His servants, orphans, widows, and the poor all benefited from his giving. Even after his death, he had arranged for 400 dinars to be given to every veteran of Badr still alive, decades after the battle. That was the man he was. Giving until the very end, Abdurrahman ibn Awf's story reminds us, faith and wealth are not enemies, but faith must always lead wealth. Never the other way around. You can build, achieve, and succeed, as long as your success serves a greater purpose. He showed the world that it's not wrong to have wealth in your hands, as long as your heart belongs to Allah. So the next time you dream of success, remember him, the man who walked into Medina with nothing, and left this world richer than kings but lighter than gold seen because his heart was free. If this story touched your heart, don't forget to subscribe. Join us for more inspiring Islamic stories and reminders, inshallah.